10 signs he's secretly in love with you. When it comes to relationships, understanding a man's true feelings can often feel like trying to solve a mystery. Men, by nature, tend to keep their emotions tucked away, and expressing love doesn't always come easily to them. Whether it's due to fear of vulnerability or simply because they show affection differently, it's common for women to feel unsure about where they stand in a relationship. But here's the thing. Just because a man doesn't express his love with grand gestures or sweet words doesn't mean he isn't head over heels for you. In fact, men can be incredibly subtle about their feelings. They might not shout their love from the rooftops, but their actions speak volumes. If you know what to look for, you'll find that love can manifest in the smallest, most unexpected ways. So, if you've been wondering whether the man in your life secretly has deeper feelings for you, you're in the right place. In this guide, we'll reveal the subtle yet powerful signs that show he's in love with you, even if he hasn't said it outright. Let's dive into the clues that prove he's more than just interested. He's truly in love. Keycap 2. He gets nervous around you. One of the most common yet telling signs that a man is in love with you is that he gets nervous around you. While some might think that nerves indicate insecurity, in this case, it's more about how deeply he cares about your opinion and the desire to make a positive impression. Nervousness often arises when someone is invested in how the other person feels about them. It's a clear signal that his emotions run deeper than he may be ready to admit. You might notice subtle signs of this nervousness, like a slight stammer when he talks or his voice trembling when he speaks to you. It could also be in his body language. He might fidget with his hands, play with his hair, or shift his weight uncomfortably. These are involuntary behaviors that reveal a certain level of anxiety. He may be trying to keep his cool, but his nervousness is a direct reflection of how much he values your presence and how much he doesn't want to mess things up. Another telltale sign of nervousness could be blushing. If you notice his cheeks turning red or his face getting warmer in your presence, it's often an indicator that he's feeling something strong but hasn't yet found the words to express it. His shyness, while endearing, suggests that he's thinking of you in a way that's beyond just friendship or casual interest. So, if you've caught him getting flustered or acting a little awkward around you, don't take it lightly. It's a clear indication that his feelings for you are far from casual. He's genuinely in love, even if he's not ready to say it yet. Keycap 3. He prioritizes your happiness. When a man is in love with you, his main goal becomes ensuring that you're happy and comfortable, often at the expense of his own time and energy. One of the most significant signs of love is his consistent effort to prioritize your happiness over everything else. If a man is going out of his way to make sure you're smiling, you can be certain that his feelings are deeply invested. This could show up in small but meaningful ways. Maybe he always knows when you're having a bad day and brings you your favorite coffee or does something that cheers you up. He may also take time to listen to your concerns, offering support when you need it most. The emotional investment in your well-being shows that he cares about your happiness just as much as his own. Moreover, he may take the time to make sure you're comfortable in various situations, whether it's adjusting plans for your convenience or ensuring you're feeling good physically and mentally. This desire to see you happy is a reflection of the love he feels, as he actively looks for opportunities to improve your day, even if it requires extra effort on his part. Beyond just emotional support, a man in love might make certain sacrifices to bring joy into your life. Whether it's skipping his own plans to spend time with you or going out of his way to help with a problem you're facing, his actions show a deep devotion to making your life easier and more enjoyable. In short, when he goes out of his way to prioritize your happiness, it's clear that his feelings for you are more than surface level. He's genuinely in love. Keycap 4. He goes out of his way for you. When a man truly loves you, he will often go above and beyond, making unnecessary sacrifices just to see you happy. Love is not just about the grand gestures, it's about the small, thoughtful acts that show he's thinking of you and your needs. His willingness to go out of his way for you is one of the clearest signs of deep affection and emotional investment. Whether it's picking you up from somewhere when it's inconvenient for him, staying up late to help you with a project, or making adjustments to his own schedule to accommodate yours, these acts of kindness are a direct reflection of his love. He doesn't just do these things out of obligation. He does it because your happiness is important to him. These sacrifices may seem small, but they carry a powerful message. He cares about you more than himself. Moreover, his actions often speak louder than his words. While anyone can say they love someone, it's the tangible actions that really showcase the depth of those feelings. A man who goes out of his way to make sure you're comfortable or to make your day a little easier is showing his love without needing to declare it. He knows that love is about showing up, not just through words, but through consistent, thoughtful gestures that demonstrate his commitment and devotion. In the end, when a man is constantly doing things for you without any expectation of return, it's a surefire sign that his feelings run deep. Love isn't just about saying "I love you." It's about proving it through actions, and a man who goes out of his way for you is doing just that. Keycap 5. He tries to make you laugh. A man who is truly in love with you will often go out of his way to make you laugh. Humor becomes his secret weapon to connect with you and create a joyful atmosphere, where you feel at ease and appreciated. If you find that he's constantly making jokes, even in situations that don't seem to call for it, it's a sign he's trying to put a smile on your face. Laughter is one of the most powerful tools in any relationship. It lightens the mood and brings two people closer together. When a man genuinely loves you, he knows how important it is to make you feel happy and comfortable, and humor is an easy way to do that. His jokes, witty remarks, or funny little gestures are his way of expressing affection. It's not just about cracking jokes, it's about making sure you're smiling and having a good time around him. Moreover, his sense of humor shows that he wants to keep things lighthearted and fun between you two. In a relationship, laughter can ease tension, help you both open up, and strengthen your bond. For him, it's about creating a positive energy when you're together and making sure you feel valued and special. Even if he's not a comedian by nature, a man who loves you will find ways to make you laugh because he knows it's one of the simplest yet most effective ways to show how much he cares. His primary goal is always your happiness, and he'll do whatever it takes, even if it means cracking a silly joke just to see that smile on your face. Keycap 6. He opens up about his life. When a man is truly in love with you, one of the clearest signs is his willingness to open up about his life, particularly in ways he usually keeps to himself. Vulnerability becomes a key component in building a deeper connection, and if he's sharing his personal experiences, emotions, and even struggles with you, it's a sure sign that he trusts you in a way he doesn't with others. This vulnerability isn't something that comes easily to every man. Many men, especially those who have been hurt before, might have trouble expressing their feelings or revealing parts of their past. But when he's in love with you, he feels comfortable enough to let his guard down and share those deeper parts of himself. Whether it's talking about his childhood, personal fears, or past relationships, this openness is a testament to how much he values your trust and connection. By opening up, he shows that he's not just looking for a superficial connection but is interested in creating a meaningful, emotionally intimate relationship with you. He doesn't just share the good moments or the fun times. He includes you in his more difficult or vulnerable experiences as well. This is a way for him to show you that he is emotionally invested, and he values your perspective and advice. This openness is often reserved for someone special, someone he feels secure with. So, if he's confiding in you in ways he hasn't with others, it means he sees you as someone integral to his life and future. It's his way of inviting you into his world and making you a part of his emotional journey. Keycap 7. He compliments you often. When a man is in love with you, one of the most obvious and endearing signs is his tendency to compliment you often. But these aren't just surface-level comments about your looks or style. His compliments go much deeper, and they're often a reflection of his admiration for who you are as a person. Genuine compliments are a way for him to express his appreciation for you in subtle, meaningful ways. While he might occasionally comment on your appearance, the majority of his compliments focus on your character, intellect, or personality. He might tell you how thoughtful, kind, or strong you are, or how much he admires the way you handle challenges or take care of those around you. This kind of praise shows that he doesn't just see you for your physical traits. He recognizes and values the essence of who you are. Additionally, his compliments are often specific and sincere, rather than generic or fleeting. He notices little things that others might overlook, and he takes the time to point them out. For example, he might appreciate how you make him feel comfortable around you or how your sense of humor brightens up his day. This type of compliment is far more personal and meaningful than just saying you look great. By complimenting you often, he's reinforcing the idea that he sees and values you for who you truly are. It's a constant reminder that you mean more to him than anyone else and that he cherishes everything about you, not just your outward appearance. His words reflect the depth of his feelings for you, showing that his admiration goes far beyond the surface. Keycap 8. He makes future plans involving you. When a man is in love, he doesn't just live in the present, he begins to see you as part of his future. One of the clearest signs that he's deeply in love with you is his tendency to include you in future plans. It's not just about what's happening now, it's about how he envisions you being a part of his life down the road. He may casually mention trips, goals, or events that involve you, even if they're months or years away. These aren't just hypothetical comments or fleeting thoughts, they're signs that he sees you as someone with whom he wants to share his life. It could be something as simple as discussing a vacation you might take together or more significant life events, like career aspirations, family planning, or future home buying. By including you in these plans, he is not only showing that he cares about you but also that he sees you as integral to his future happiness. Instead of framing the future in terms of I, he shifts his language to we, signaling a shared life ahead. His use of inclusive language, like saying, "we should travel there" or "we'll do that next year," shows that he's imagining a future where you're by his side. This forward-thinking behavior is a strong indicator that his feelings for you are deep and long-lasting. He's thinking about building a future together, and these small mentions and plans are his way of subtly expressing his commitment to you. If he's always finding ways to include you in his vision of tomorrow, it's a sign he's in love and invested in a future with you. Keycap 9. He shows subtle signs of jealousy. While extreme jealousy is a red flag in relationships, subtle signs of jealousy can actually be a sweet indication that a man is in love with you. When a man cares deeply about you, he naturally becomes protective of you, and this can sometimes manifest as mild jealousy. If he gets slightly possessive when other people show interest in you, it's a sign that he values you and fears losing you. He might not overtly confront others, but you may notice his eyes flicker with concern or his tone might change when someone flirts with you. This isn't about control, it's about showing that he's emotionally invested and that he cares about maintaining the connection you share. Caring enough to show subtle signs of jealousy can also be expressed in more indirect ways. For instance, he might casually ask who you were with or if you had a good time without him, not because he wants to control you, but because he's genuinely interested in who is spending time with you. These little behaviors, while harmless, reveal that he doesn't want anyone else to get too close to you because he sees you as someone incredibly important in his life. This kind of jealousy stems from the emotional bond he's developed with you, and it shows that he feels protective and attached. As long as it remains subtle and respectful, it's a natural sign of affection. A man who shows these kinds of protective tendencies when he's in love simply wants to be sure that no one is threatening the relationship he holds so dear. Keycap 10. He values your opinion. One of the clearest signs that a man is in love with you is when he actively seeks your opinion and values your perspective. When a man cares about you deeply, your thoughts and feelings become incredibly important to him. He's not just looking for validation, he genuinely respects your viewpoint and wants to ensure that his actions align with what's important to you. Seeking advice is a big part of this. A man who is in love with you will ask for your thoughts on various personal matters, whether it's about his career, his family, or even more trivial decisions. He trusts your judgment and knows that you have valuable insight to offer. It might be something small, like asking if he should wear a certain shirt for an event, or something more significant, like seeking advice on how to approach a challenge in his life. The key here is that he's showing a level of vulnerability by including you in his decision-making process. Respecting your input goes beyond just asking for your advice, it's about truly valuing what you have to say. A man who listens carefully to your feedback, considers it seriously, and acts accordingly is demonstrating that he holds you in high regard. He might adjust his plans based on your suggestions or make an effort to incorporate your ideas into his own life. This not only indicates love, but also a deep respect for you as an equal partner in the relationship. Ultimately, when a man values your opinion, it shows that he sees you as an important part of his life and a person whose thoughts and feelings matter greatly to him. In summary, recognizing the signs that a man is secretly in love with you can be an eye-opening experience. These subtle yet powerful behaviors, whether it's him getting nervous around you, prioritizing your happiness, making future plans with you, or valuing your opinion, are all clear indicators of his deep feelings. His actions will speak louder than words, and these signs show that he's not just interested in you, but truly invested in you and the relationship. It's important to recognize these behaviors and understand what they mean for your relationship. If you've noticed several of these signs, it's likely that the man in question has developed strong feelings for you, even if he hasn't openly admitted them. Finally, understanding love can sometimes be tricky. While men may find it challenging to express their emotions verbally, their actions often say it all. Love might not always be expressed in the grandest gestures, but it can be felt in the little things he does for you. So, pay attention to the way he treats you, the effort he puts into your connection, and the care he shows. Often, love is something deeply felt, even if it's hard for someone to put into words.